back. Today we are going to discuss about the different types of relationships in Salesforce and we are going to revise them. The very first one is lookup relationship. Lookup relationship is one object, another object. It would be one to many relationship such that this is parent, this is child. Okay, child will have a field which will be a lookup field which will be pointing towards the parent. Okay, and this field is optional on the child, which means the lookup relationship is loosely coupled. They both are not dependent on each other and there is no cascade delete. What is cascade delete? The scenario when the parent is deleted, the child should be automatically deleted. Lookup relationship does not follow it. So there is no cascade delete. And how many number of lookup relationships can be present on one object? It is 40. Okay, let's move to the next one, which is master to detail. Okay, one object, another object. It is again one to many. Now this is the parent, this is the child. Child will have a field which will be the master detail relationship. So now lookup and master detail, both in both of the scenarios, the relationship or the field will be created on the child side. Okay, it will be created on the child side. In the case of master detail, whatever that is present on the child side or the parent field present on the child side, it is not optional, it is compulsory, which means master detail relationship is loop relationship such that whosoever person is owning the parent, okay, whosoever person is owning the parent and has access to the parent, that things will decide the sharing settings or the ownership or the access level of my child. There is cascade delete, which means when the parent is deleted, child will automatically be deleted. In the master detail, there is one another concept which is roll up summaries. Roll up summaries we create on the parent side of master detail. Okay, it is only present in master detail. We create fields such that we will be able to calculate the minimum maximum count of the number of child of records in master detail with the help of roll up summary field, and a total of two master detail relationships can be created on each object. Okay, let's move ahead with the many to many relationship. Many to many relationship would be when one object, another object. One object can be related with multiple records of this object, and this object can also be related to the multiple records of this object, which means both are many to many relationship. Now this kind of relationship is created when you create a junction object. What is a junction object? Junction object is useful when there is an object, the third object that you created between the first and the second object, such that the third object which acts as a child object will be pointing towards the first parent and the second parent. Okay, it is mostly master detail relationship between the first and the child, first object and the second object. Okay, first object and the second object with respect to the third one. Okay, the third is the junction object, middle one in junction. The junction object is related to the first object as well, it is also related to the second object. Okay, they are tightly coupled. We can also create lookup relationship in this scenario. Then comes the self relationship. Self relationship means there is an object and it when we want a relationship such that same object is pointing towards itself. Okay, so the records will be pointing towards itself such that we have one account, another account. Okay, when we are creating a self relationship on the account object, I will be able to, on my account object, there will be a field that will be pointing towards the account such that another account object, another account record will be related to my this record. Okay, I hope we are clear with the self relationship. Then comes the hierarchical relationship. Okay, it is similar to self relationship where self relationship would be account to account, contact to contact. Okay, hierarchical is what we call when we have user to user. You must have seen on your user object records sometimes another fields are present which are pointing towards the other users. Okay, so this is when a user record is pointing towards another user record. Okay, in such kind of relationships when they are created, this is what we call as hierarchical relationship. Then comes the external lookup relationship. Now in external lookup, okay, one object, another object. This object, which is my parent object, it is not present in Salesforce. It is an external object, okay, and the object which is present inside the Salesforce, it is my child object, okay. This type of relationship is what we call as external lookup. The another one is indirect lookup. This particular one comes into picture. It's the vice versa of external lookup, such that my parent would be the Salesforce object and my child would be the external object, okay. Some important questions that you should be aware of based on the interview, okay. Can standard objects be child objects with custom objects in the master detail? Okay, no. The standard object cannot be the child object of a custom object in master detail relationship. Another is, can you create master detail to lookup? Okay, can we convert? So already there is a master detail relationship that has been created. Can we convert it into lookup? Yes, we can convert it, but first we need to make sure that if there is a roll up summary field created that is calculating something related to the child, we need to make sure we are deleting it first, okay. Can we convert lookup relationship to the master detail relationship? Yes, we can do that, but as you know, lookup in the lookup we have optional fields, right? Optional fields related to the parent, but in the master it is compulsory for all the childs to have their parent field record filled already, okay. So we need to first make sure that we populate all the parent fields. Thank you so much. This is it for today. Thanks. Bye bye.